Einat and Hakim, shalom.
Hi everyone.
And welcome to CultureBuzz.
Thank you. Pleasure to be CultureBuzz.
You are a match made in heaven. With a little help from an Israeli singer who made it very big in France, Yael Naim, and with a little help of several countries. Israel is one, Algeria, France, and Switzerland. So after this long introduction, the floor is yours, my friends. Tell us all you want to tell us.
So, in English?
Please.
Yes. So, we met in a pretty magical way in MySpace. And we started to collaborate. Hakim sent me some beats and music, and I wrote some lyrics on it, and melodies. And it's the first time that a musician tells me, wow, it's great, you know? Because usually all my experience with the producers and musicians, you know, oh, it's a nice idea, but let's do it differently. Or let's try something else. And Hakim was so amazed, you know, by what I did, and I said, wow, maybe I'm good, you know? And
there is no maybe.
yeah. So I invited him to Israel to perform with me, and it was so amazing that I just wanted him to come back and perform with me again. So the next step, I went to Switzerland actually I wanted him to produce my stage performance, which was a little bit oriental world music. But instead, I arrived to Switzerland and we wrote an album within 3 weeks.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
But we didn't do the job of the stage.
No, we didn't. And the energy of this project was so, I mean, the connection between us, the most important thing that I want to say to musicians and to artists is that in this process, we didn't compromise. It was very flowing, very accepting, very complete. No compromising, no ego was involved. So for me, it was very, very special because I wasn't used to this.
Pure music.
Pure music. And and the interesting thing is that Hakim came from a Muslim family in France. He grew up in Paris, and I grew up in Kibbutz Dalia.
Up north?
Up north. And when our relationship, in the beginning, you know, when we did music, there were no borders. We didn't feel any problem with the differences. But when our relationship became romantic, people were very doubtful about it. And they didn't accept it. Most of them.
Well, people have the right to be wrong, as we say.
Right. But it was very, you know, it was very, also strange for me, the reaction, you know. And after they knew Hakim, they understood it, you know, he's a beautiful, one of the most beautiful persons that they ever met. But in the beginning, all this like catalog, like
It's a box.
yeah, to put somebody
Labels,
in the box.
labeling.
Yeah, in a label, exactly. And this is something that now everything is okay, you know, because we are all one, and in the end of the day, we all have the same wishes, and we all want to live a good life, you know, quietly, and
And love conquers all. and music helps.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So it
this
starts
is-
with music, and it's still music. We're still doing music, but with love, full of love, surrounded by love. And we have a little child now.
Hey, מזל טוב.
תודה. אוריה.
And it's magic.
It's magic.
We live a magic life. Thanks to him, thanks to music, thanks to love.
Yeah. And we perform a lot around the world, a lot. For the last 3 years, we performed like 70 shows all over the world, in US, in Europe, you know, Belgium and France and Holland, England, Switzerland, Germany,
And about
Israel,
Israel.
Sure, we did a lot.
but not yet Algeria.
Not yet. We'll go.
Inshallah, one day.
Can I go to Algeria? I'm not sure.
We have to check it out.
I
Yeah.
want to go to Oran, for example, city of my mother, where she born. It's a music town. Everybody's playing something.
His mother is a very special woman. She was a percussion player
Hey.
in a women's band.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Hakim, a few weeks ago, we interviewed a very famous Algerian musician,
Really?
Maurice El Madiouni,
Ah, yeah. Wow.
the king of Algerian Rai.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, he made a similar journey,
Yeah.
a similar journey to the journey you made. He went from Algiers to France.
Yeah.
He never continued to Switzerland,
Yeah.
and he never met Einat. And he's much older than you. I think he's over 80. But a year ago, he made Aliyah, and he lives in Netanya.
Really?
Ah, really?
Fantastic musician.
Wow, amazing. Nobody knows.
In Italian.
A bit,
A bit.
a bit.
You help him. You help him spread
He
it.
doesn't need our help. He manages.
Ah, yeah.
He's well known all over the world.
Wow, amazing. The special thing in our performances in the world is first of all the stigma they have on Israel, the vision that people have.
The
on
image.
Israel. The images, yeah. We break everything. You know, I talk about the kibbutz and about my roots in Yemen
And Bulgaria.
And Bulgaria, but the
You
roots
know
in Yemen
everything.
are a little bit more in my blood. You know, in the way I look and in the way I sing. Also, people are amazed. You know, they hear about the Muslim-Jewish collaboration, and after all what they see in the TV, they are like, "Wow, is it really true?" I mean,
We call it reality check.
yeah,
So you provide it too.
yeah.
In addition to your beautiful music.
yeah.
We don't go on stage with flag, you know. Okay, Algeria.
You don't have to.
Israel.
You don't
wow.
have to.
No.
We don't do that. We play our music. Einat, she have amazing lyrics. I said all the time, the music talk by herself. We don't need to move so much, you know, to make the show. And we can play with this. We can be like, you know, like marketing, you know. To religion on stage. We don't, really not. Everything is talking by yourself. People just need to sit and to listen. And when we are in duo, to see us, they must speak. It's enough. It's enough.
I would like to ask you a question that you might find a bit difficult to answer, but
Tell
I will try it anyways.
Yeah.
If you had to describe your music in words, how would you describe it? Excuse the question.
I would call it soul music that inspired by urban sounds and you know, acoustic folk, but it's very soulful and a little spiritual for me. And I think when I sing or when we are on stage, the most important thing for us is the givingness. To give. You know, there are musicians, for me there is two kinds of musicians. Musicians who take from their audience, you know, they want to get love, and so the audience just give them, you know, all the love. And there are musicians who are givers and they project their love. And we really try to give, you know, to give good feeling to our listeners, to share, you know, the most, our spiritual world, our love world. We share. This is our aim when we perform.
It's humble. I mean, it's very humble. It's just Einat and me.
Yeah, but it's
humble message. But we think that in every person in the audience, if he can have a little something to share with somebody else after that, just one person, it's really okay. It's perfect. It's just the change. We have to make a change. The change is in every person only. Don't wait for somebody who will knock on your door, and don't wait for that. Don't wait for nothing. Do the change yourself, and this is how things can happen. So we have a humble message. We are focused on that. Einat, when she's on stage, she has a story. She tells things. She interacts with the audience, and yeah, she's a giver. She's not only waiting for applause.
And in the end, the famous words of the Beatles: "The love you give is also the love you take."
Yeah, and we have a song.
You get.
And we have a song.
We have a song, Wonderland.
Yeah, it's totally
that.
that.
Is always what you will get, and what you choose is always what you will get, and what you feel is always what you will get, and what you hate is always what you will get. So always choose the good thing to give.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What a message.
Yeah, Wonderland.
What can we wish Einat and Hakim?
Love and happiness.
Yeah.
Love and happiness. And health. Healthiness too.
Yes, the rest. Not really interested in.
I feel, you know, I feel very blessed to play with Hakim. I think he's like one of the most talented musicians I met.
No,
really.
no.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it's and for me, I wish to myself that all my creation in my life will be so flowing like this and so fun to make, because you know it's the way of life, and it's nice if it will be fun.
Einat and Hakim, we join you with these wishes that you wish yourselves.
Thank you.
We add one more because we are conducting this conversation at the airport. We add bon voyage. And we want to say תודה רבה, merci beaucoup, shukran awi, and shalom.
תודה,
שלום.
תודה.